Hi everyone and welcome to my new video blog. I wanted to start a video blog so I can let you into the more personal side of my business and what I do, because sometimes I do have interesting things happen to me, like I'm going to show you from the last week. So today we're going to be talking about some little visitors that we had come to our house that we're still looking after at the moment. A little trip out to Leybourne Lakes to really show me that I need to practice a lot more using my gimbal, and a look at the last book that I read to see whether maybe it could help you in your business, as well as a couple of little bits in between. So I started off the week with an amazing meeting with Amanda Stoneham from A4G Accountants, who are actually a lot bigger than I thought they were. So we're talking about what sort of clients that she has with her business and her role, and how I help businesses myself. So hopefully there's going to be some collaboration there. Well, it definitely is, because we're going to be doing a webinar together sometime around August or September, so look forward to that coming in the near future. And then the next day I got to go out and film with my friend Josh Cameron from Feed Me Content. So he's been using a gimbal on his work for years, a couple of years now, so he knows the ins and outs of how it works, whereas this is something I'm just getting into. So I've got my gimbal behind me, which I've finally got set up to how I want it. But what it really taught me going out with Josh is how much I need to practice, how much it's a new skill, and I really need to master it so I can be the best at it that I can be. One thing that was also really interesting chatting with Josh is about mindset. So I don't know about you, but I've really struggled, especially over the last 2 months. I've been trying to find my new normal, my new working routine with everything that's going on. But my mindset is everywhere. Like one day I might wake up and feel really productive and really attack the day, you know, get up early and get on it and get loads of stuff done. Next day I might wake up and I'm fine getting out of bed, but I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax and veg out all day. So trying to find a balance there and trying to find a new way of working and being productive. The good thing with talking to Josh is he's feeling the exact same things. If you guys struggle with mindset, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your stories and your feedback and any ways that you're dealing with it. So on Tuesday night, when Hayley came home from work, she brought some little visitors with her. So these are 2 little hedgehogs that got brought into the RSPCA because a member of public found them without their mother. And as their eyes aren't actually open yet, they won't be taken in by the Wildlife Centre. So we're hand rearing them until their eyes open and they can go away, but it's taken a bit longer than expected. So we've given them names. They're 2 boys, so they're called Bill and Ted, probably because we watched the 2 Bill and Ted movies recently, but they're really sweet. And just being able to, even just feeding them, hand feeding them, you start to get this real bond with them, even though they're wildlife and you know they're going to go away and not have much contact with humans in the future. But I know how lucky I am that 2 to 3 times a year Hayley brings home some lovely little tiny animals and we get to look after them, and Cleo gets to be a bit of a mother dog, which she loves. Another exciting thing that happened this week is I finally got the final part for my new camera. So if you believe it, it's just that little bit there which has allowed me to put this handle on and to put this nice monitor on top. And this just, you know, it's like a real solid thing that I can use now. It's really nice for handheld movement. Rather than it being this little shaky thing here, you've got a nice solid point of contact. So this with my gimbal is now going to be my handheld setup, and the camera that I'm filming on now is my interview setup. So I've got 2 different cameras that are going to give completely different looks. So last couple of bits, the main thing that I was working on last week is getting my lead gen series all finished off. So it's a 5 video series and it's your essential YouTube checklist. And the idea of it is it's all the things that you need to think about before starting your YouTube channel so that you get it off to the best start. And a lot of the practices actually apply to video marketing in general. So I've recorded and edited all the videos. I'm just rendering out the last couple, uploading them to YouTube, and then getting separate pages set up on my websites for each one. So by this time next week, I plan to have that live. So on the next video, I'll include a link where you can sign up to my mailing list and get access to this. So the last thing to talk about is the book that I've just finished reading, or listening to, because I listened to it on Audible, and it's called 1 Million Followers by Brendan Kane. So the idea behind the book is he's worked with all these brands and personalities to get them huge amounts of followers, but no one really knows who he is, so he tested it on himself and he managed to get 1 million followers in 30 days. And this book talks you through his strategies of how he got there. A lot of it is through paid advertising, not paying for followers, but testing all the different variables on a single post. He might have 20 different variables of different text, different images, different branding on the images, all sorts of things like that, and testing what his audience identifies with, so then he knows what content to create in the future. So it's a really interesting read or listen, so I'd really recommend doing that. And that was my week for last week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, just give it a like and let me know in the comments what was your favourite bit. Have a great week everyone, and I will see you next Monday.